Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam.
What's your answer that still such a small percentage of the population, tiny percentage of the population,
No.
except the philosophy that sounds so
Tiny percentage, just like there are so many stars in the sky, and there is one moon. In percentage, the moon is nothing. If you take percentage of the star, the moon is nothing. But moon is important than all the nonsense stars. But if you take percentage, he has no percentage both. But because he is moon, he is important than all these rascal stars. This is the example.
Yeah,
What is the use of taking percentage of the stars in the presence of moon? Let there be one moon, that is sufficient. There is no question of percentage. One ideal man. That time in Christian world, one ideal Jesus Christ.
How do you feel about Mao Zedong?
Huh? What is
He
that?
says, how do you feel about Mao Zedong?
In China, he's the ideal man.
He's a communist.
His ideal is all right.
In China, he is.
His ideal, communist idea, that everyone should be happy. That is good idea. But they do not know how to make it. Just like they are taking care of the human being in the state, but they are sending poor animals to the slaughterhouse. Because they are godless, they do not know the animal is also a living being and the human being also a living being. So for the satisfaction of the tongue of the human being, the animal should be cut throat. That is the defect. Pandita samadarshana. One who is learned, he is equal to everyone. That is learning. I take care of my brother and I kill you. That is not learning. That is going on. Everywhere. Nationality. National means one has taken birth in that land. But the animal, poor animals, because they cannot make any protest, send them to the slaughterhouse. And if there were ideal men, they would have protested. Oh, why you are doing this? Let them leave also. You leave also. Just produce food grains. The animals can also take, you can also take. Why should you take animals? That is recommended in Bhagavad-gita.
But when the winter's so long, people have to kill animals to have something to eat over winter. Problems
But
India.
you should have, I am not speaking for India or Europe, I am speaking the whole human society. Just try to understand.
People started eating meat because in winter there's nothing else to meat.
You can eat meat, but you cannot eat meat by killing your father and mother. That is human sense. You are taking milk from the cow. It is your mother. You take milk, that in Australia they produce so much milk, butter and everything, and after it is finished, cut the throat and make business, send to other countries. What is this nonsense? Is that humanity? Do you think?
Well, I said 200 years ago, people, to survive the winter, had to kill them.
You take your mother's milk. You take your mother's milk, and when the mother cannot supply milk, you kill her. What is this? Is that humanity? And nature is so strong. For this injustice, sinful, you must suffer. You must be prepared to suffer. So there will be war, and wholesale will be killed. Nature will not tolerate this. They do not know all this, how nature is working, how God is managing. They do not know God. This is the defect of the society. They do not care what is God. We are scientists, we can do everything. What you can do? Can you stop death? Nature says, you must die. You are Professor Einstein, that's all right. You must die. Why the Einstein and other scientists they do not discover a medicine or process? No, he shall not die. So this is the defect of the society. They are completely under the control of nature and they are declaring independence. Ignorance. So we want to reform this.
Well, I certainly wish you luck. I wish you luck.
Thank you.
It's a public servant where you reform society
We
and
are
act
also-
in your life.
we are also
They carry
part-
out the instruments of the...
So kindly cooperate with us. This is you try to learn the philosophy, and you'll be surprised how nice philosophy is.
I'm quite sure.
Yeah. So we don't count for percentage. Let personality become ideal man. The same example. There is no percentage in comparison to the stars and one moon. What is the percentage? Millions of stars. It is. What is the percentage? 1 and million? There is practically 0%. But still, because it is more, it is more sufficient than all these small stars. So produce moon.
Yeah, but the moon is big that we can recognize him, but another man is
Nah,
just another star.
That's all right. If you cannot make as good as moon,
Pardon?
you cannot make, but it is possible. If their ideal
The analogy is interesting, but a person would ask you, you're just a man like me, how, it's not just as us star, but your opinion is just
if
like
you
me.
approve this method, you can cooperate in so many ways. First of all, you have to see what is this method, Krishna consciousness movement.
Yeah.
That we are prepared to serve you, to convince you the first class nature of this movement. Now, if you are convinced, try to cooperate and induce other leaders. You are one of the leaders. Jajjadachariti shrestha, tattadeva itaredana. If the leaders of the society become compassionate with this movement, others will automatically, our leaders, our minister is supporting this. Hare Krishna